In this video, I'm going to give you 3 essential tips that will help you to use pan paints in a better way. You'll also find out the secret to why most professional artists use tube paints. And no, it's not because there's anything wrong with pan paints. So let's help you get the best of them, starting with tip number 1. So look at this lovely new paintbrush I've got. It's still in the packet. I think if you're a little bit like me, you avoid using a new paintbrush for absolutely as long as you have to. One thing I wouldn't do with a beautiful paintbrush like this is use it to mix my pan paint colours together. So when pan paints are made, they're set into little blocks. They can be very, very hard wearing on your brushes. So it's great to apply your colour with a beautiful new brush like this. But when you're actually mixing colours together, you know, you may have been in the situation of scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing at them and trying to pick up lots of colours. Use an old acrylic brush like this. These are incredibly cheap. They've also got the advantage that the bristles are very stiff, so they're going to help you to pick up more colour. Mix your colour with an old brush, then you can move on to using your best watercolour brush without damaging it. Now, I don't use pan paints very often, but I do use these, which are dried up watercolour paints. So these are tube paints that have been allowed to set, so you've pretty much got the same thing going on. You've still got the same hard wearing on the bristles, and you've still got the same difficulty with picking up colour. So what I like to do is, before I start painting, if I know which colours I'm going to use, I get a pipette like this and just put a little drop of water on each of your blocks. That way the paint will start to soften, and you'll find that when you actually come to use that colour, it's going to be much easier to pick up fresh colour. You can also use a water spray. I'm not as keen on a water spray because obviously if you spray hard against something, you know, some colour may go into another colour. You may find your purple goes into your yellow. So I like to use a little pipette like this. Don't worry if you haven't got one. You can just dot some water on with something like a paintbrush. Get those paints starting to soften before you get to the stage of needing to pick up the colour. If you are enjoying this video, can I ask you to do me a quick favour? Can you please click that like button, that thumbs up button? If you like, share, subscribe, or leave me a comment here on YouTube, all of these things are free. It will help my channel to grow and I can teach more people like you how to paint and draw. So have you noticed that most professional artists that you might see on YouTube or on the television are using tube paints, not pan paints? Now, there are a few exceptions, and pan paints are particularly suited for small subjects and things like botanical work, and of course they're very good for taking outdoors. The only person I can think of as a professional artist that I saw regularly using pan paints was, I think his name is Alwyn Crawshaw. Lovely British landscape painter. He was on TV all the time when I was younger, and he always used pan paints. However, most professional artists use tube paints. I use tube paints. Now, why is this? It's not because the quality is any different. Pan paints are just as good. It's because as professional artists, we tend to work larger. We tend to need to pick up larger amounts of colour. If you're painting a huge sky, for instance, it's 20 inches across, a little bit of a pan paint colour is just not going to hack it. So my last tip for you is to combine your pan paints with tube paints where you need them. And I would say that specifically where you need them is in the blues, because it's in the sky usually, or the sea, that we need to add that large amount of colour in one go. And you're just going to struggle getting enough colour from your pan paints. If you want one tube of colour that's very versatile and mixed with all of your pan paint colours, then I would say something like a phthalo blue. But if you paint a lot of soft, delicate skies, then you could go for a cerulean blue. Either of these colours can be adjusted. They can be warmed up with pinks. They're just going to get you that head start for painting skies or for painting large bodies of water. They're completely interchangeable with your pan paints. In fact, you can squeeze a little bit into an empty well if you want to, so that you've got some of that particular colour as a block colour as well as fresh colour. Whichever colour it is that you find in your little blocks of paint that you're just consistently needing more of, you want to add a tube of colour. They can totally be used together. They're exactly the same. The binders may vary slightly, but that's just to do with the paint setting or not setting. It will make absolutely no difference to your painting if you apply block colour or pan paint at the same time as you apply tube paints. So make life easy for yourself and get 1 or 2 tube colours to mix with your pans. Thank you so much for watching this 3 essential tips video. Before you leave this video, don't forget to have a look in the video description. I've got lots of free stuff down there for you. I've got free downloadable PDFs with art tips on. I've even got a free watercolour painting mini course that you can take. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this one. And you can watch another one of my videos right now.